everyone, and welcome back to another video. So if you've never seen my face before, I'm Elizabeth Looper. I make lifestyle and fun content here on YouTube. I have many another channel here on YouTube. I will try to put some cards above to my other YouTube channels, and they will also be on the end page as well. But today, if you do end up liking this video, please go and hit the subscribe button down below and give it a thumbs up. But today we are going to be going through my ornament collection, so if that's something that you want to see, then just stick around and let's just get into it. Alright, so if you did not go and watch my decor haul from yesterday, that will also be linked in an iCard above, whichever side that's on. And I think Santa needs to stay and join us. I'm trying to decide on if I'm even gonna go put him on my front balcony because I love him so gosh darn much and he's so cute in videos. I can't get over it. So yesterday we did a decor haul, which I talked a lot about in the decor haul, about how I don't buy a lot of stuff every year and I really try to keep what I buy to a minimum and make sure that it lasts for years. So yesterday we talked about the silver slipper that I bought for my Cinderella collection, along with the silver carriage and the gold carriage, which are my 3 new ornaments for this year. So one quick story about ornaments. When I was little, my parents always made sure that I got 1 brand new ornament a year, and they were really smart. They tried to help encourage me to get sets. So that there was a space of the tree that was themed. And so something that you guys also don't know about me, because we haven't done our Q&A of Get to Know Me, which my Instagram will be linked down below. If you want to go and submit some questions, you can literally reply to any of my stories and ask me a question, and I will be answering it on Saturday's video, which is a Q&A. So go do that. And I'd love to answer all of your guys' questions about who I am, what I do, anything that you want to know, because I know that this channel is so new and so fresh. I will answer anything, so go and do that. But my mom always tried to encourage me to do sets, and I loved Disney when I was younger, and I still love Disney today, but I went through a patch where I hated Disney, and so there you go, I hated a lot of my ornaments. But growing up, I loved Disney, and so my parents always encouraged me each year to stick to a theme. And so a couple of years I'd get like Monsters Inc, or I'd get like The Incredibles, or I'd get these different sets so that our tree had different little pieces of Disney that were actually like stories. Well, then when I was like 5 or 6, my mother found these beautiful books, and they're themed, they're sets. And so a lot of my Christmas ornaments she actually has, but the books I somehow ended up with. And so I have these sets, which I'm sorry for the really bad glare. So these are the ornaments that we're going to walk through, and then I have one little box of ornaments. Well, actually I have 2 boxes of ornaments. So let's just get into it. The first one here that I have is Monsters Inc, which I'm actually going to pull this open. So I do apologize, the strings are in the way, but this is the Monsters Inc set. I'm trying to keep them in here. So we have Randall, who's trying to fall out. We have 2 different Boos. We have one when she's normal human, and then we have one when she's in her monster costume. We have Sully and Mike, and then Mr. Waternoose, and then I always forget what her name is. I remember her as number 1 from the people who are the Child Detention Agency, the CDA. She's number 1. And they deal with like the 2319, that's how I remember. So I have Monsters Inc, which Monsters Inc is like one of my favorite sets. So on this tree there will just be like little bundles of like different themed things. And so that's my Monsters Inc collection, which I love Monsters Inc. Still to this day I love Monsters Inc. So I'm just gonna pull this next one out of the book. And these books, this is what bothers me. Disney, if you're watching this, when you do these book collections, because they still do these book collections each year, and you can get different ones, can you make your books all the same size? Like, don't make them very in-depth, because like this is Monsters Inc, this is Sleeping Beauty. You see that? You see that? That's like an inch in difference. It bothers me. So, and also those are more nestled in than these, because like you can kind of tell that these, like if you, especially if you look at the bottom, they're kind of sticking out where those are more nestled in. I don't know, it bothers me. So this is the Sleeping Beauty set. So we have Aurora, Philip, Maleficent, and then the 3 fairies who take care of her. Make it red, make it blue, make it red, make it blue, or make it pink, make it blue. So those will end up on the tree. They'll have their own little spot as well. Then next, anybody who knows me knows that Mary Poppins is like by far my favorite movie in the history of time. My parents to this day still cannot watch that movie because they are so annoyed by the music in it, because when I was growing up it was the only thing that I would watch that helped to calm me. And I was in the hospital a lot as a kid, and so, and we also went on road trips a lot when I was a kid, and so my parents had to listen to Mary Poppins probably 100,000 times or more. We wore out 6 different DVDs that I can remember that we had to go and find Mary Poppins when we were on a road trip or something, because the DVD just stopped working because it had been played so much it actually got hot, and it literally ruined the burning of the DVD onto the actual DVD. So Mary Poppins is one of my favorites, to say the least. So this is the Mary Poppins set. So we have Mary Poppins, and then we have 2 members of the band, the ones that are married that he was talking about, like I said, supercalifragilistic to this girl and now she's my wife, like that one. And then there's Bert, and then the penguin. I still love this penguin. He's so cute. He looks like he's dancing. He's still one of my favorites. So that is my Mary Poppins collection. And then last but not least, we get into Cinderella, which, okay, I will give Disney the fact that even though I'm not a huge fan of Cinderella anymore, they do still do some amazing Cinderella sets, and this is one of them. This set, oh, I have no idea how old this set is, but I think my mom got these in 05, I want to say. I will put it in the description when she got them, and if I can find them somewhere, I'll link them down below. But this was Cinderella set, and this is from when I was obsessed with Cinderella. And so this is why I had to buy the carriages, because if you can see this, we have Cinderella in her wedding dress, Cinderella in her pink dress, Cinderella in her blue dress, Cinderella dealing with the bubbles, and then we have Gus Gus and what is the other mouse's name? I cannot remember. And then we had the little one who sewed, and then the bluebird. And then the other thing that I have, which is a gorgeous piece that I still can't get over, like where my mother found this, but I have this, which is actually pure china, made into Cinderella dancing with the prince, which is why we got her this one. So it's supposed to be the gold carriage for her and her prince. And then the blue Cinderella, I've always felt that her pumpkin carriage was more silver, and so she gets the silver one. So my plan for this year is I'm actually going to do a full circle instead of a bunch on my tree with the Cinderellas, because normally I just choose one of the Cinderellas and put them up, like depending upon the mood that I'm in. But this year I've decided that I'm going to do actually like a transformation. So we're going to do Cinderella with the bubbles, Cinderella in her pink dress, Cinderella in her blue dress, Cinderella in her wedding dress, and then Cinderella dancing with the prince across there, and then the carriages will be in between along with the glass slippers. So I think it's gonna be amazing. So that's the Cinderella set, and then you saw my other Cinderella. And then the last 2 things that I have, or the last couple things that I have, is I have these, which are hilarious. This is, why am I spacing on his name? What is your name? Okay, I can't remember who his name is. He's from the new Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars nerd, I should know this stuff, but I know that he's Ben Solo, but I can't remember his actual like villain name. And then this is Anakin Skywalker, also known as Darth Vader. These mainly, my mother got them for me a couple of years ago when I was in my anti-Disney kick. And so they had to go on the tree because I also had other Star Wars ornaments. Like I had C-3PO, Leia, Han, Luke. I had some Ewoks, I had Chewie, I had Yoda, I had a whole bunch of Star Wars ones, and so I was kind of just missing villains. And so my mother got me those too. And somehow they ended up in my box that came here, so I have no idea. And then this ornament I've probably had since I was 2 or 3. And she's a ballerina, and she's gorgeous. She's so pretty. I love how she looks like she's dancing. And hers is actually one that you can hook onto one of those spinners where they like slowly spin on the tree. So she's one of my favorites. I've had her for years. I will be heartbroken if she ever breaks. Like, Kenny almost broke her last year and I nearly cried. Because she means that much to me. And then her, I'll call it sister, that I also got at the same time, which kind of more moves naturally, is this one. She's very simplistic. She's not as complicated as that one. She's not as fancy as that one, but she's my favorite. Then we have, this is our tree topper. It glows blue. It has its bottom somewhere. I gotta find it. But that's our tree topper. Little, what is that? 8-pointed star. And then last but not least, we're on my last box. Because I love Nightmare Before Christmas, last year we did a completely Nightmare Before Christmas themed tree. And so these are all of my ornaments from last year. So, Sally and, why am I spacing on names today? The Pumpkin King. What is his name? Jack. Isn't it Jack? I think it's Jack. Jack and Sally. Believe that's right. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments down below, or I'll correct myself. And then I have Sally. I got these off of Etsy. And then I also have Jack. Again, got off of Etsy. I will find them in my Etsy account and link them down below. I love Oogie Boogie more than anything. My best friend and I, that's actually how we actually became common friends, is because we kind of liked each other. We were in class together, and somehow it was around Christmas or something, and we started talking about Oogie Boogie, or like Nightmare Before Christmas, and she's like, what's your favorite character? And I was like, Oogie Boogie, and she's like, oh, me too. So that's actually how we became friends. But Oogie Boogie, she keeps on threatening that if this is not attended when she's over, she's gonna steal it one of these days. And I'm just waiting for her to, and for it to show up on her tree, and I'll just order another one, because it's not that big of a deal. I think I might get her one for Christmas. Don't tell her. Shh, don't tell her. And then last but not least, we have Zero in his doghouse, which I think is so cute. So I'm thinking that the Nightmare Before Christmas will go at the top of the tree. You guys will see this when I do my decorate with me. Nightmare Before Christmas will be at the top of the tree, and then we'll just have little batches working down the tree, and then on the bottom row, before it's actually like hanging down, will be the Cinderella transformation. So that's what I'm thinking for the tree. But that's my ornament collection. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and go and subscribe down below. It really does help this channel grow and get bigger. And yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Tomorrow we are doing a clean and decorate with me is the plan. So I will see you guys then. Bye.